What's up, ladies and gentlemen? This is the recap of the SPY QQQ's DI IWM VIX with LCAOD. And man, it's been a while since we did a recap, but it's time for an update. And as updates are very key to success. Uh, we're gonna go over what's been happening out here, man, for real. The start of 2024. But before we go any further, this is recap coverage from the stock and crypto market. These are live ideas of thought and studies. This is not financial advice on this stream or with this company. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, let's get right into it. Companies we're going over this week: Netflix, Tesla, Apple, and Square, aka Block. We will be going over these companies this week. Watching them, it's a lot of stuff going on. Of course, you know how it is. If you checked out the last recaps, you know, if you're in tune with the channel, we've been doing stock market lives, everything that's been going on, and man, 2024 has been a wild year, and it's only been literally 2 months, almost three. So it's a lot going on this week here, and we're gonna just get right into it, man. This recap shouldn't take you guys time up all day. I'm not trying to do that, so we should give me about 30 minutes of your time, and you know you can replay this on your own speed at any moment, at any time as you want. But as you've seen, the cover S&P 500 ETF tops record 500 billion in assets as Nvidia soars. So man, last week Nvidia was just in the mind of its own, man. Nvidia created a whole new market last week. Like it just brought the market to new all-time highs, and the market is just being historic right now. It's just breaking its own history, as we said previously that it would do if things would continue to be positive as they are. Now you know the market reflection to the reality is definitely not matching still, but it is what it is. The market is different when it comes to reality, so you got to understand that here. But at the end of the day, man, the market has just been super extremely bullish, man. Prices have just been going higher and 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 higher. So I just hope you guys prepared for that, because I mean, over here at LCOD, we definitely did, and we warned you. We warned you here. If you check out the last stock market lives, the last recaps, we warned you. So we're sitting at a perfect point, man, and it's amazing. You just want to give God glory first and foremost. But at the end of the day, what I'm telling you, man, the market is just extremely high right now. So if you're really not prepared for what's going to happen next, then you probably should just stay on the sidelines and watch. That's the best advice I could give you. That's free game right there. Because if you're just waiting on it to fall and free fall, it's going to take extremely bad news. And you just don't see that happening right now. No time soon. If you date back to October 2023, the market that was the bottom. The market, we're in a whole new market now, and it's just going on basically October, November, December, January. Now we're here in February, going on almost in March. 6 months, just going straight up. Now we do know the market doesn't just go straight up forever, but 5-6 months win streak for the Bulls. This is insane. This is historic. This is history, you guys. You can't really bet against it. You got to get with it. So get with the program here. We're going to go over what's going to happen this week. And hopefully you can make yourself profitable and enrich yourself. But you need to know what's going on this week, because this is the data that's going to be presenting itself this week and moving the market. And we got a full week this week. Last week was a short week due to President's Day. It was a 4-day week in the market. So kind of people was a little confused maybe because, things were just going straight up. Well, it was down for a couple of days, and it went straight up after Nvidia's earnings. But this week, I think you'll definitely have a better perspective on the direction of the market. And hopefully you guys been keeping tabs and following along. Following along on the X account, which is what was Twitter, aka now it's X now. But dating back, just go over this real quick before we get into the data this week. But just dating back to January 13th, we tried to tell you at LCOD, we warned you when the market was at 475 on the spot. We told you, if it breaks to 480, and it gets to about 480, what, 485, bulls win. History's changing at this point. Prepare for higher prices. And wasn't wrong there. You never saw the market break down below that 472 area. It never did. So bears lose. Uh, Recession not happening, and return to normal is not happening. Uh, Tax season, they just not even caring right now. Now, don't rule these things out. I'm just saying, we're just at new levels now, and it's just like, the recession that they were so banking on that could happen it's just not going to happen right now. It's just no way possible. It could be a recession with prices being this high, unless you just see an extreme drop in one day. Then you know what I'm saying. Then that's where you will get your recession. But I think this due to an election year, I don't think you will see that recession. Now we get a president change, maybe, possibly, who knows? But as long as the current president is in office right now, he loves the market. He loves things being high. So that's just what it is. Now, can they get higher than what they are? This is old right here. Like I said, this is dating back to January 13th. We told you guys. We told you before this even happened. If you go look at the SPY now, the SPY is at, I think, 507. So look how much the SPY has grew from January 13th all the way to February the 25th. You could have enriched yourself within 1 month here a lot if you would have just took this advice, or just looked into it and did it on your own, whatever the case may have been. But yeah, man, bulls win right now. This is a bull market, and it's no way it could be a bear market unless we just get a straight downturn for a very long period of time. And it's going to take a lot. It's going to take different numbers for it to be a bear market ever again. So just know that the only thing that the bears can do is gain momentum from where we're at. But we're in a bull market, you guys. So you got to be cautious. It's bullish all across the board, and that just means the market is going up, and it doesn't plan on coming down. So just understand that. And like I said, we put this out here January 13th, and just go look where the spot's at now. So to us over here at LCOD, history is changing. It has changed. It's an historic moment. This is it's exciting. Everyone's excited. People, like I said, have enriched themselves. Long-term portfolios are looking wonderful, and everything's looking really great. You mean the fear and greed index meter is even, everyone's really, really, really extremely greedy right now. That's how bullish it is. But some of the old heads say, when the market is extremely greedy, you should be fearful of that. So we're watching out for things. Of course, obviously, we know things can change in the nick of second, in the nick of time. But it is what it is. We'll see. But things have changed, man, for real. Definitely. This is crazy, man. This is really insane. Um, but yeah, when they say market is extremely fearful, be greedy. So the market is not fearful at all, but it was, and then it did shoot to greed. So now we're extremely greed right now, and this is what it is. So you just want to be really cautious right here, buying at these highs. You always really, the best thing to do in this type of bull market is to try to catch a dip. But that's just, like I said, a free game. We're just going over, I'm just showing you guys some things dating back to what we said before we get into the real stuff here, what you need to know going forward, and the updates of where the SPY is going to be heading and triple Qs. But let's look at the triple Qs real quick. Look, we caught this right here, January 13th. Triple Qs is at 408. We told you, if it breaks out above 420, it's bulls win. History changing at this point. Prepare for higher prices. If you go look at the triple Qs chart, it's way above this, you guys. I think the triple Qs is like at 440, maybe 437 right now. We're going to pull it up here momentarily, but it's extremely high. Bulls win. Prepare for higher prices. So if you didn't, ouch. You know what I mean? And far as reflecting this to the reality of the situation, the economy, it's really best to you gotta save out here, because things are really high and expensive. So you could really be broke overnight or within a week. I mean, people are really struggling right now, living paycheck to paycheck because everything is so high. I mean, but that's just the way the economy is right now. I mean, that's just the way People want it, obviously, because people are continuing to buy at these higher prices. Now, when that buying stops, then maybe you'll see a change. But until then, the economy is going to get their percentage off of every American, every taxpayer, every investor in the world, every citizen of the United States, as long as they continue to buy. And it looks like that's just what's happening. No one's not buying. No one's going on strike about anything. You know what I'm saying? So these are the things that's going on and taking place. Bulls win. The market is extremely high. History has changed at this point. Prepare for higher prices. Bears lost. There's no recession. There's no return to normal, and no one even cares about tax season anymore in the market because most people are really investing their taxes. Well, the wise people are investing their taxes. If you're spending your taxes, then you're just going to be stuck in the same spot you were. So that's why I advise people, and tell them to just be cautious, be careful. You really want to save and invest. That's the best thing you can do to stay afloat and maintain with the economy and what's going on right now. Because if you're just getting your tax refund and you're out here in the club and you're popping bottles and you're spending and you're buying shoes and stuff that's not going to mean anything in 6 months when the election is here, you're going to be hurting and suffering from this. So it's really best to take heed of the situation and try to figure out what's really going on. And like I said, really save and invest and work. Them the best three things you can do right now with the prices being this high. That will make you that will help you defeat inflation. That will help you defeat the economy right now. You will stand above the economy if you can do those three things consistently. And I try to install that into all of my clients, all of my members in the Discord, and myself included, and my children, and my family. So but not everyone's going to listen. You got to understand that too. So don't put pressure on nobody, but just hey, tap them on the shoulder, let them know what's going on, what's what. Because when it gets hard, they're going to be you might have the golden ticket, and they'll be looking for a handout, but you might not even have enough to hand out, but you'll have enough to survive. And that's the key. You want to survive out here, you guys. You don't want to not survive and start doing stupid things and messing up. I teach that to myself most importantly because it's easy to mess up. Like I said, I just said this earlier. It's real hard and slow to get rich, but it's real quick and easy to go broke. So just keep that in mind. But like I said, as of right now, you guys, Bulls win. History has changed at this point. Prepare for higher prices. That's all you can really do right now. And like I said, we're just going over what we had said. This dated back to January 13th. If you look at the time now and go look at the charts now updated, we're way above this. So what I said was correct. I didn't shoot out false information. I'm not scamming you guys. I was trying to enrich everyone. But everybody's got their own opinion, and they're gonna do. Some people are gonna do the opposite of what you say, and I respect that as well. But eventually, I want you to get online and get in track of what's going on, so you won't continue to, stay off track. Looking at the DIA here real quick because we're gonna hurry up. We're trying to hurry up. Like I said, I'm just showing you guys dating back from January 13th up until now, where we're at. Bulls win again, right here for the Dow Jones DIA. History changing at this point. Prepare for higher prices. That's what's going on. The DIA is way above this level. I think the DIA is at like 397. You have to double check me here, but I know for a fact we're about to go over this. We're gonna go over the new levels here momentarily, so you'll see what I'm saying. But the DIA right here, when it was at 375, I was telling you guys either way it was going to go, this is what was going to happen. And it decided to go up, so Bulls win. History changing at this point, prepare for higher prices. Bears lose. I mean, they didn't win anything. It didn't go down, so the Bears didn't win. So Bears lost, actually. If you were buying puts or if you were bearish on the economy, then you lost. You lost a lot. And it's okay. I mean, you're not going to win them all, but just try to get on track now. That's the best thing you can do. Speaking for everyone, including me. I mean, obviously, I didn't lose too much, but I won to the point where I actually won a lot. My wins outweigh my losses. Put it that way. So that's just what it is. But you can do the same. Everyone can do the same. But far as a recession, that's out the picture. Returning to normal, out the picture. It's a new normal going on right now. And tax season, no one cares. They would rather you save your tax money and invest it. That's the best thing you can do. Find a job, save your tax money, invest it. That's the best thing you can do. If you're spending your tax money out here, prices getting higher, you're not going to have anything to fall back on, and that's going to really, really relapse in households. So just think about that when you got bills and utilities and all type of stuff going on around you. You got kids to feed, you got to feed yourself, you got to put gas in your car, et cetera, et cetera. It's just a lot. So just think about that, man. But yeah, bulls win though right now. Like I said, this is a bull market overall. Everything is bullish. Prepare for higher prices. As of right now, that's just the best thing I can tell you. Going on to the IWM, we said the same thing. If the IWM breaks above 200, 212, bulls win. History changes at this point. Prepare for higher prices. So the only thing about the IWM is I think they're right at the 200 mark. So the IWM, remember, that's the small cap stocks. That's the stocks that are like between $1 to $100, and they're trying to break out and they're trying to get higher. So they're trying to get, so put it this way, example, a $4 stock is trying to become a $40 stock. A $30 stock is trying to become a $90 stock. That's what's going on there with the IWM and those companies that are in it, and just haven't found momentum to really break out yet. But they are winning though. Bulls are winning. We're probably right here at this circle point right here at the IWM. We're going to show this right here momentarily, but yeah, that's just where the IWM is at. It's still bullish. We're still preparing for higher prices regardless because they're going up with the rest of the market. So that's just what it is. There's bears lose. There's no recession going on. There's no return to normal. No one cares about tax season. They would rather you save and invest, or you know what I'm saying, and find a job with that money. So that's the best thing you can do, man. But yeah. That's IWM and the VIX here. You know, that's the speed of the market. That's the direction of the market. That's tells you everything. Volatility, and you know the VIX it has a correlation. If the VIX is up, the market is down. If the VIX is down, the market is up. That's the correlation. And here, I was showing everyone back January 13th, in 2020. You know, the VIX spiked all the way into what's that, $84. You had the whole market crash. The market crashed that day. And then it came all the way back down to about $24. And the market went right back up like nothing happened. Then it even sunk into the lows here of $16 to $12. And then the market it was extremely high. And then we got the presidential change. And then, you know, volatility went back to where it was at. But here, you know, recently the VIX was going down. It was going down between January 13th all the way up until now, February. The VIX was going down. I think now we're getting a volatility spike. So that's why we're saying be very cautious of what could happen next. But just remember, you know, like I said, if the VIX is up, the market is down. If the VIX is down, the market is up. And that's just the way it works. And as of right now, bulls win. History changing at this point. Prepare for higher prices because the VIX is down. So what does that mean? The market is up. So just knowing that, just keep your eye on that. And if you've been following along, if you follow me on Cash on X, and then you can get all the updates right there. Basically, what's been going on, man, here from January 13th all the way up until now. We've been trying to give out as many updates as we can here on X. Company been getting blessed. Valentine's Day was a huge success. We caught a Netflix bottom and ended up profiting over like 586%, and that was pretty good that day. That was a good day. And we really haven't played too much since then because, you know, we didn't want to get caught up into the NVIDIA earnings, AI hype, and all that stuff. We wanted to see where it was going here. But NVIDIA showed out, man. They really did an extreme, like, crazy move, man. They dropped down on earnings to, like, it was at 675. They went to 647, then went to 740. Then the next day went to 780, then went higher to 820. Now they're at 786 on the video, man. They just really just brought the market to new historic highs, and that's just where we're at now. And everyone is saying new U.S. flag just dropped. This is the new United States flag, man. And the video we trust right now because they're just printing out money, man. They're giving out money to everybody to, buy these AI chips and all these this computer gaming stuff, whatever they got going on in their company, man. They're just a positive company right now. They really are. They're even on the list to let me see, where was that? They're on the list right here where it says NVIDIA is now worth more than the GDP of Russia, South Korea, Australia, Spain, Indonesia, Turkey, Netherlands, and Saudi Arabia. So that says a lot. That speaks a lot of volume, you guys. That's $1.97 trillion. NVIDIA is the ranked number 12 here when it comes to, it's now worth more than the GDP of every country except Mexico, Canada, Brazil, Italy, France, UK, India, Japan, Germany, China, and USA. Of course, USA is number one. But that speaks a lot, though. Just being a company, one company is worth more than uh, uh, 11 countries. That's crazy. That's insane, you guys. So a lot of people, like I said, big smart money, they're putting their money at NVIDIA right now, and it's taking away, all the other AI names. It's taking away the hype from them, like Tesla, etc. No one's really buying into Tesla. It's getting frustrating over there. We're gonna go over that too, though, soon. But I just thought y'all should know that, man. Giving y'all a little update of what's going on, what's been going on. But let's start here, man. First and foremost, they're saying one stock to buy, one stock to sell this week. These companies got earnings. They report their earnings this week, so be cautious of this. But they're saying buy Salesforce, sell Beyond Meat. That's what Wall Street's saying. That's just what you should look out for. I mean, Salesforce is likely to go up. Beyond Meat is likely to go down. They got company earnings this week. Salesforce report, I think we are Wednesday after the close. So that'll be around 4 p.m. And then Beyond Meat reports their earnings. Let me see. On Tuesday after the close. So just be on the lookout for these companies' earnings. There's a lot of earnings this week, actually. That's why it's going to be very volatile this week. You're going to see a lot of stuff changing. You got Domino's Pizza. They report tomorrow morning. So that's going to be big in the morning. We're going to see what Domino's been doing. Is people really out there eating that pizza? Or they're not. We're gonna find out. Then we got Zoom. They report their earnings tomorrow after the close. That's gonna be very, very key. We're gonna see if the remote learning is still a thing, a factor, or is it not? Zoom was real big back in 2020, 2021. That's when the pandemic had hit. And Zoom was very, very important. It was very important at that time because people were at home. So, but Zoom hasn't really been getting shown any love since then, since those times. But they got earnings tomorrow after the close, so we'll see what they're gonna do. And then looking at Lowe's, AutoZone, it's a lot of companies that stand out here. Everything basically circled in the red box. Be on the lookout for this week, man. This week, most notable earnings. So that's what we're looking out for here this week. And yeah, this will probably be the only recap here for. We won't do another recap probably for another 3 to 6 weeks. Who knows? We'll try to squeeze in a little stock market live. So I'm trying to give you all this info now, so y'all can just keep rewatching this, and learning and making your moves and doing the right thing so you can enrich yourself. But yeah, a lot of earnings this week. Economic data, new home sales tomorrow. That's going to be important. Be on the lookout for that around the morning time. Not too much data on Monday though. Then Tuesday you got a couple of things going on: durable goods orders, consumer confidence. That's going to be key. Wednesday and Thursday looks like it's going to be your big day. But Wednesday we got Q4 GDP. That's going to be important. Then you got jobless claim data. That's important. Core PCE inflation data. The most important thing this week, you guys. So be on the lookout for that on Thursday, and that's really going to move the market. Pending home sales, ISM manufacturing PMI on Friday. That's going to be key as well. So top 5 things to know this week. We're looking at the U.S. PCE inflation data, U.S. Q4 GDP, U.S. Housing data. We're watching out for the Fed speakers. We got a lot of those. And we're looking at the earnings. CRM, Snow, they report Snowflake. That's going to be another big earnings. That's probably the best earnings this week, Snowflake. Then you got Baidu and Best Buy. These are going to all be key earnings this week, you guys. So these companies are going to move the market a little bit. Probably not as much as NVIDIA would, but they'll have an effect on the market for sure. Key events this week: new home sales, like I said, consumer confidence, durable goods orders, Q4 GDP, Salesforce earnings on Wednesday, core PCE inflation data, initial jobless claims, pending home sales, Best Buy, ISM manufacturing. All that's important information, man. For real, this is what moves the market. This is what keeps the needle going. This is what keeps the printer rolling. This information here. So Fed speakers this week, be on the lookout for them because they really move the market as well. You got Bostic on Wednesday, Collins on Wednesday, Williams on Wednesday. That's 3 Fed speakers in one day, so you need to be very cautious that day. Goolsby on Thursday, Mester on Thursday, Waller on Friday, and then the FOMC member daily on Friday. So that's all the Fed speakers for this week. Be on the lookout for those, like I said, because that's what's going on. And that's the data that you need to know this week. And this is, like I said, it's what moves the market. It's what keeps the printer rolling. But let's go ahead and get into the charts and numbers real quick, and we'll be done. Like I said, I'm not holding y'all up. I'm just trying to update y'all on what's going on so you can enrich yourself. But yeah, let's get it. Let's get into the charts and numbers. Starting here with the SPY. The SPY, you guys. So look where we're at now. Remember I was just showing y'all dating back January 13th. We were at what, 475 on the SPY, right, huh? The SPY right here just hit a new all-time high in history, never ever seen before at 510.13. Tagged it, boom. The SPY's at 510.13. So within what? That was basically a whole month, right? The SPY went from 475 to 510 in 1 month. That is amazing. That is tremendous. That is a lot of money. You got. I'm seeing. I'm seeing people that I know that invest a lot. They're rich, man. They're out here taking vacations at the beginning of the year. That's how rich they are right now. They're in Turks and Caicos. They're balling out right now. Their accounts are looking beautiful, and I respect it. I salute that, man. But me, I'm humble. I'm different. I could easily do the same, but I'm humbled. I'm different. I don't get into that hype. I like to stay stationary, and I know a lot of haters are watching. So I don't like to move like that. You know what I'm saying? I move like that when it's time to. When my kids get out of school, I'll do a little stuff for them. But that's about it. That's the only time you'll probably see me. Taking a vacation, if that makes sense. But me, I like to make an honest living still, even though being blessed doing this, I still like to make an honest living. So I'll stay on top of everything, stay on top of inflation. But just like I said, salute to those that are balling out right now, taking vacations because you obviously deserve it. Look at the market. This is history right here. Spot hit 510. Like, wow, you deserve it. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Spoil yourself. To each his own. But right now though, the spot it did close at 507 on Friday. It did come back down, so it looks like the new high now here is 510. Drawing that line right there because that's literally the new high ever. If you look back at the all-time chart, it's never been this high. Look at this, dating back from what 1993, when the spot started out at $24. Now looking at it here at 2024 at 510. Imagine if you were born at that time, and yeah, that's crazy, right? So, but just understanding, like I said, this is historic. This is all-time highs. This is what is going on right now. This is why people are so excited. Obviously, like I said, it's not matching up with the reality. Not everyone is involved in doing this, but you can be, and that's the point of it. And like I said, man, it's really amazing, man. It's historic. It's very historic, man. And it's I'm speechless. Like when I see it, every time I see it, it just makes me say wow. But yeah, man, this is where we're at though. Like I said, so going further, you need to know the new levels now because obviously things have definitely hit the levels and surpassed them from when I was last updated you guys. So update now to the upside here. We're gonna we look at it from both perspectives on the spot. As of right now, upside levels going further here. Going tomorrow, I would say looking into tomorrow, going by the end of the week, look 3 weeks out, the spot is definitely if this remains and we're gonna just keep, making higher prices, right? The SPY is going to have to channel back in here to about 508.30, 508.70 here. And you want to see a little bit of consolidation, meaning a little back and forth action here before the next leg back to that 510 area. And then I think that'll be the target right there for the Bulls. That's what they're trying to accomplish. That's going to be their goal. And then once they get there, you guys, the SPY's getting mad upgrades right now. So it looks like the new upgrades is on the SPY. Now, the SPY is trying to break to about 514. 514, you guys. That'll be another new all-time high. That'll keep the market extremely bullish. You'll see prices going even higher. And if it gets to that point and it breaks, I think the ultimate top is about 520. So I'm gonna put a circle right there. But this is where the SPY is heading, you guys. This is going to keep the bullish momentum, and these are the upside levels you need to be on the lookout for, because it's going to happen if things continue the way they have been. So just be on the lookout for that. Now to the downside, if it doesn't, and you see the SPY break back down to about 504, and it doesn't hold here, the next low level, you'll definitely see the SPY channel right back into 502 to the downside, and I think about 500 even here, and I think the Bulls will lose momentum, and the Bears will get comfort on their momentum. And it won't be a bear market, but the Bears will definitely be comfortable with it going down, and they'll have momentum to the downside. So about 500 to the downside. That's where the Bears are really trying to get this market right now. They're trying their hardest. It's going to take a lot, though, obviously, but that's just what it is. So 500 is the level that they're looking out for. And if 500 don't hold the ultimate bottom, the Bears won't. They want to break it all the way below 495. So about 495 to 493.50. I think that's where they'll be completely comfortable, because you'll just have a straight mountain roundabout here. You know what I'm saying? That's just where they're trying to get it back to. That's just what they want to do. Now, it's going to take a lot for them to do, but that's what they want to do. So just keep that in mind. That's the levels to the downside for the Bears on the SPY. Triple Qs. Triple Qs. Okay, so triple Qs, man. Look at this. Tagged a new high. Went crazy. Here. New high. New all-time high history here. 440.54. Never seen before, ever. That was historic. And that was due to NVIDIA's earnings, you guys. Literally. They tagged that number. Now it did sell off Friday, came back down 435, but it's still high. It's still extremely high. So upside levels on the triple Qs going further here. That obviously, Bulls they're gonna want it to get back to 437.50 here. You get back to that level, they're gonna want to see consolidation here. At least try to hold this area this time before the next break back to 440 again. That's what they're going to definitely try to accomplish here. And, it may see it break down a little bit here, but I think the new high now that the Bulls want on the triple Qs, you guys, is 444.50. That'll be another new all-time high. And, like I said, you're going to see prices get higher. Everything's going to go higher. And the Bulls are just going to keep their momentum, making history. That's what's going on. So be on the lookout for that going further. And obviously, if that even breaks, the ultimate top is 450. We're going to circle that there. So 450 on the triple Qs, it can literally happen, especially if you see the video going back to 800 again. So just be on the lookout for that. If the video goes back to 800 plus, you'll definitely see the triple Qs break out to these levels to the upside. So be on the lookout for that. And the reason why I'm saying that with the video, because like I said, there's literally, they have led this rally for an entire year and a half. So it's like they're the leader. That company specifically is the leader for this whole entire movement. But obviously, the triple Qs the leader as far as, all the companies combined. So that's the levels to the upside. And you need to be on the lookout for that. Now to the downside, if it doesn't even see any of these levels, or if it does and then they don't, hold the downside levels, you need to be on the lookout for them. 433 here to the downside here. Now, if that don't hold, the next low level is about 431 here to the downside. That's where the bears are going to try to get a relief moment. They'll feel some type of a relief there if they get it back down to 431 right now. And if that don't hold, the next low level, the ultimate bottom here is, I wouldn't even say ultimate bottom because you got an ultimate bottom a little lower, but I would say the next bottom would be about 428 to about 426.50 here. And like I said, the bears will be, it won't be a bear market or anything like that, but it'll be bearish momentum. So the bears will be comfortable with that, and that's just what they're trying to do. So be on the lookout for that going further here. Now, the ultimate bottom is obviously 420 here. You get the QQQs back at 420. The Bears will be super comfortable there, and that's the levels to the downside for the Bears. That's what the Bears are going to try to do going further. 3 weeks out, 6 weeks out, that's what's going to end up happening. That's what you're going to end up seeing. One of these two ways, up or down, on the QQQ. So be on the lookout for it. DIA, Dow Jones. Historic since January 13th. Historic. I told you they've been going crazy. Everybody has new all-time highs right here tagged it at 392. Looks like 392.84, something like that around there. So that's the new all-time high ever in history on the Dow Jones, and this is where we're at. But they sold off a little bit here on Friday, but still extremely high. So upside levels going further here. DIA is going to have to push back to 391.80 and try to consolidate here and do something here. You're going to have to try to do something there as far as pushing up here. And, in the next, if they do push up and push above through, the next level is that level of 392. They're going to push above it, probably sit it right at 393. And then, that'll really be a new high right there, but they'll space it out even further, I feel. You may see a break to 395, and that'll be an extreme ultimate new high for the DIA, and that's just what the levels are going to be looking like. That's what the Bulls are trying to accomplish. Now, I think the ultimate high is 400, so I'm going to circle it there. So if you see it break above anything, this is the highest level that you'll see on the Dow Jones within the next 3 to 6 weeks. So just be on the lookout for that going further here to the upside. Now to the downside, this level don't hold right here, 391. You'll see the Dow Jones break back down to about 389 here. If that don't hold, you'll definitely see it break back to about 387. I think the Bears would be comfortable with that. Get to wipe the sweat off their forehead there a little, and they'll try to push it a little lower. Obviously it'll probably fight, but if they can't, it'll go back down all the way to about 385.20. So I think that'll be not the ultimate bottom, but a comfortable bottom for the Bears, and that's what they want. But the ultimate bottom that the Bears are actually looking for is at about 380, you guys. So that's what the Bears really want there on the DIA, about 380 to really be comfortable right now. And these are the levels you need to be looking out for going further here to the up or downside, because it's going to happen here within the next 3 to 6 weeks, you guys. It's going to happen. You should know by now looking at the previous recaps and stock market lives. So, that's just what it is here on the DIA. IWM. So we got to look back. Let's look back 1 month with the IWM. 3 months. We can look back 3 months, right? Yeah, 3 months. No, let's look back 1 month because it's only been 1 month. So 1 month here, the IWM was at about, it's really at the same spot it's at. Literally. It's kind of at the same spot it was at about a month ago. They did top out twice here. But that is only looking, you got to look 3 months out. They did that in December as well during the Christmas rally, if you remember. So it looks like the IWM is struggling to break above this 205 level, but you can't really say that because everything else is going up. So you got to be cautious and aware of what's going on. You got to really look at the 5-year chart here. 5-year chart here says it can really go up here to this level. It can take it here if it needs to be. It's just not really finding a reason to right now, but it doesn't mean it's not going to. So look at the level here. I just rectangle there. 237, 240. That's the ultimate top right there on the IWM. That's the highest it's ever been, and we're not getting that push yet. But I mean, investors love this the most because it's still an opportunity, and it's really, the valuation is cheap. You can load up on this and really enrich yourself because it's not pushed to the all-time highs like the SPY and the triple Qs and the DIA. But it can literally. So that's what you need to be cautious of, because as of right now, it's in bullish formation, like it is about to push to this area here. So you need to be very cautious of that on the IWM, even though it's not doing that. Now it can go either way, obviously, but it just looks like it wants to really push up here. And like I said, that's going to bring all the small cap stocks up. Stocks, like I said, that are like $5, they'll do it at like 14. Stocks that are $9, they'll go to like 15. Stock or 20. Stocks that are like 20, they'll go to 40. Stocks that are 40, they'll go to 80. You know what I'm saying, et cetera, et cetera. But that's just what it is, and it's a better opportunity for that because these are not overbought. Considered like the SPY looks and the triple Qs and DIA looks overbought, but it's really not. It's just the rich is just getting richer at that point over there with them. But that's another conversation for another day. But the IWM, like I said, they're very, like I said, they're very bullish here, and it can break out and you can enrich yourself. If anything you wanted to buy into, it would be the IWM. It's, put it this way, it's the safest investment. That's what I'm going to say. And I'm going to leave it there. It's the safest investment right now. So IWM levels, you know, they haven't broke out to historic levels yet like the other ones, like I said, but they can. And they touched 201 on Friday, and they came back down here to 199. So if the IWM wants to remain bullish, they're going to push back to 200 easily. That's the level they're looking out for here, 200. And if you know you get to 200, they need to consolidate and hold this level, show some strength, and push higher here to about 201.30 here. That's what the IWM is trying to accomplish. That's what they're trying to do. And if they get there, they're going to meet their match at that 205 level, 204 level. That's really where they're gonna. That's the real true test right there. And I think that'll be the ultimate top for now. Until then, that's because that's been the last 3 to 6 months. That's just been the last 3 to 6 months. That's been the ultimate top. So they gotta get back there first and really push through before you can even say that they're gonna start going to about looking 5 years out and start saying that they're going to push here to about the 209 area, to maybe even 212 area, maybe even 220. You know what I'm saying? You want to see a push, a breakthrough at 205 first. So just be on the lookout for that going further on the IWM. That's just really the ultimate levels there. That's the ultimate top, I would say, on the IWM. Now to the downside, because it can go either way. The bears obviously want it down. It can go either way. It needs to break below 198.50 here. If that doesn't hold there, the next low level I say is about 196.10 on the IWM. And you will probably start to see more flushing and panic selling if that don't hold to about 194 in the IWM. That'll probably be your ultimate bottom there for the bears. And I think they'll be very comfortable with that considering everything's just been so bullish. But yeah, I think that's where the Bears really want the IWM right now, at least 194. They want to pull it back down to that low level. And if they do get it there and if it doesn't hold there, I think the ultimate bottom is 190. The Bears will be extremely celebrating if they can get it back to 190. That's a $9 loss, so they'll be very happy and satisfied with that. So we'll see going further, but these are the levels on the IWM going further here, 36 weeks out. Could happen this week. Just be on the lookout for it. VIX. IWM. Now the VIX. Volatility. Speed of the market, the direction of the market. Yeah, the VIX is up, the market is down. The VIX is down, the market is up. What do you notice here? Let's look at 1 month out here. Got a lot of gaps, right? We got to look back. Let's look 3 months out. We got a lot of gaps, right? A lot of spaces here. I'm seeing a gap here. I see a gap here. I see a gap here. A lot of gaps. A lot of gaps on the VIX, right? So the VIX is kind of just being really gapping. Now, we did have a volatility spike here. The VIX spiked at about $18, but it did not hold or fill. It came right back down here to the channel that it was in previously to $15 and $14, and the bulls took advantage of that. Now, it did try to pop back up again to 16, but it gapped back down here to about 14. Now it's at $13 again, right where the bulls would love it at because they can just keep running the market higher. These spikes on the VIX, they happen and they have many pullbacks, but it's not enough to make the market crash. You got to see the VIX really spike and hold above 20 if you want to really see this market come down. And you're just not seeing that. It got really close to 18. That was very close, but that's not it. So close. This ain't horseshoes here. This is the real deal. We're talking real money. It's a stock market. So you got to really make things happen or it's just going to go the opposite direction. And that's just what ended up happening. The VIX spiked to $18, but it didn't hold. It came back all the way down. So now it's right here at $13. So like I said, going further, what I say, the VIX is up, market is down. If the VIX is down, the market is up. As of right now, the VIX is down. So what you say? The market is up, right? Right. So we're just in the area right now of no man's land on the VIX. And right now, no man's land means the market will continue to go higher if the VIX keeps to push further down. But, to the upside, say if the VIX does go up, that means the market will come down. So to the upside, I'm looking out for this right here. The VIX needs to fill that gap right here. Obviously, it's a gap right here. If you fill that gap right there at $15.50, that'll convince a little bit. That'll persuade the bears that the market is coming down, and they'll push it down, and it'll persuade the bulls like, okay, maybe we need to start selling some, and they will. So if the VIX push back up to the $15.50, expect the market to pull back, you guys. That's what's going to end up happening. Now, if the VIX go down, right? VIX go down. I'm expecting the VIX go down to it's a gap right here too. Boom. Fill this gap to the downside. The VIX go down to about $13 and $13 even. Then expect the market to continue to go up from where it's at. So you're going to see higher prices, and history is going to make new history. It's going to break out and make new highs. This is what's going to end up happening here. So that's the levels I'm looking out for on the VIX. The volatility, the speed of the market, the direction of the market. That's just what it is. That's what it does. So that's what we're looking at going further on the VIX, you guys. Netflix. Like I said, I haven't really invested with Netflix since Valentine's Day. They did salute to them. They looked out here on Valentine's Day. That was about let's see, about a month. Was it a month? Yeah, about right here in here. This one that happened right there. We caught this. We brought here. Was it here? It was Valentine's Day. Yeah, it was here. Literally, we brought it here, broke out here. We sold here. We should have held. It kept going, but we're not greedy. We took our little 500% gain and got out of there. But at the end of the day, Netflix is breaking out, man. It's a wonderful stop. Everybody's watching Netflix. Netflix is trying to get back to its all-time highs right there. You see $6.98. It's really not that far. It seems a little bit far, but it's not that far. I mean, you really look at it from this perspective. So it can do that, you know what I'm saying? So I would say going further here, remember this selling right here in, what was that, 2022? All that selling that they had going on has recovered here, you guys. It's recovered quickly within a year or two. It recovered. So we're right back at this candle right here where the selling started. And now they only have to break past literally two candles to get to a new all-time high, which is about another $200. But they can do that. Netflix is a company, like I said, everyone's Netflixing. Netflix is like the new Blockbuster, man. They are the new Blockbuster. Netflix is literally like the new movie theaters. I don't think nobody really goes to movie theaters anymore unless they just really feel like it. Most people would rather Netflix than anything, and then they crack down on the password sharing, and people like that. You know, they're not getting their password shared, they're not getting their account shared with family members and stuff like that. And it's just been positive over there with them, man. And all that. Remember, they were going on like a strike. It was some like strike that was going on with actors. All that stopped, and they're actually paying people again. And they're presenting out new movies on the regular, new stand-ups. It's a lot of stuff, a lot of positivity going on with Netflix, man. So Netflix is a good company, man, to invest with right now, even though they're at extreme high valuations. But you know, like I said, it's a good company to invest with. And this week we're looking at them strongly because I know how this market works. That little 500% that they gave LCAOD isn't really anything. They'll really go right back up. So I'm watching out closely for that. And the next level I'm looking to break out for on Netflix is about 600. I think it can really go there. I think Netflix can get to 600. You know, considering they, like I said, they had a great earnings here a couple months ago, and I just think, like I said, it's a lot of positivity with Netflix. And coming up right here during this time of the year, a lot of people really are watching Netflix. So I think 600 is a level you need to be looking out for on the upside. You know, obviously it has to break above 585 first, but I think Netflix is, like I said, it's a company that can get to 600 here within the next 3 to 6 weeks to the upside. So that's what I'm looking out for. Now to the downside on Netflix, if this 580 level doesn't hold, I expect Netflix to come back down to about 560. They'll come back to about 560 and consolidate before anything. And these are the wide variety ranges that I'm looking at for here for Netflix, up or down here, because I just know this stock can move like that, and it does. So this is what's going to end up happening within the next 3 to 6 weeks. So be on the lookout for that on Netflix. Tesla. Oh, Tesla. Elon Musk. So year to date, since they had earnings, they gapped down. And then notice it's a lot of cyber trucks on the streets. Especially in Hollywood and California, LA. You see a lot of celebrities starting to buy cyber trucks now. They're out here. I just think there's a beef between Elon and the current president, to where maybe they're holding them back. They're holding Tesla back and trying to make them look like they're not really what they're worth. But I think timing is everything, man. For real. I think over time, Tesla is going to break back out, and it's going to go back up here. Uh, Elon Musk, you gotta understand, he's one of the richest persons in the world. I mean, you can't just keep a rich man down forever, right? So like right now they're just in a bubble. They're in a bubble right now. And I think, you know, right now they're currently right here at 191. I think you push the upside on Tesla. They get to 208. They're gonna feel that gap here, and they break. Once they feel that gap, then they're officially out of that bubble. And I think they'll go. I think Tesla will reevaluate itself and get back to at least fair value at about 220. I think that's very fair for Tesla. 220, maybe even 230. I think that's fair right now. Where Tesla is at right now, it's really cheap, and they're really providing an opportunity for people. You may not see it now, but when it goes up to 220, you'll be like, dang, I had a chance. But I'm telling you ahead of time. Fair value is 220, 230 for sure. Not this. This is a discount price at 191. It's just a lot of fighting going on with it right now. Like I said, the current president, I don't think he's really cool with Elon and them. I don't think he really likes them. I think it's a personal thing going on right here with Tesla, honestly, like I said, because really when it comes to AI, they really are actually better than Nvidia. They're actually better than AMD. They really are better than a lot of other AI companies that are, you know, getting mad love. and they're not. But I mean, some people are saying Tesla's going to get its love probably during the summertime, and I can see that too as well. But like I said, right now, I just think it's some beef going on. It's something personal with that right now. But just don't get into that hype and get into that mix. Just think long term with Tesla, and like I said, long term Tesla is going to go up. There's no way around it. So just don't get caught up with the hype right now or the beef. Like I said, because like I said, fair value, I really feel like it's 220, 230, but you got to break out of that bubble and feel this earnings gap that you gap down on, which is at a 208 level. So be on the lookout for that coming soon to the upside. I think that's really what's going to end up happening here with Tesla. Now, to the downside, though, if this beef continues and things become even more personal and Tesla gets some negative news and, Elon all of a sudden sells some more of his shares, you'll see panic selling. You'll see people behind. You'll see people behind that selling more, and I think it'll break down below to about 180. And then if that don't hold, it'll break outside of the bubble to the downside to about 170. You guys, and then if that don't hold, I think Tesla really will come down. The ultimate bottom I'm really seeing is about 150 on Tesla to the bottom, and I don't really see Tesla getting any lower than that. I could be wrong though, but I think that'll be a huge discount. You'll see a lot of buyers step in here at 150 if it does go that low. But right now, like I said, I think 191 is honestly is low for Tesla even right now. But it could go lower because it's like I said, it's just some personal issues going on, personal vendetta going on right now with Tesla. So just be aware of that and just know. Do your research, do your own due diligence, and just know Tesla's really a good company, though. At the end of the day, going long, they're eventually over time, the beef will break. The beef will become baloney, and it'll go up. But I think the ultimate discount to the downside is about 150 for sure. So just be on the lookout for these levels. Either way it goes here. Like I said, this could happen tomorrow, this week, next week, 3 to 6 weeks. 3 to 6 weeks guaranteed, though, definitely. Be on the lookout for these levels going further here on Tesla. Apple. Oh, Apple. Oh, Apple. Oh, Apple. Let's look at Apple year to date. So Apple year to date, right? They had earnings, remember? Boom. They had a good earnings. Boom. Their earnings was good. They shot all the way up to 191 right there, didn't they? Yeah. Remember then around this time, that's when the little AR, the Vision Pro goggles came out. It gapped up. They went to 196. Boom. But Apple's just stuck in this channel here where, it's kind of being treated like Tesla a little bit. Like we know these are great companies. We all know that everyone uses these products. You look at the market capitalization, it's extremely high. It's worth more than the economy. So it's like, how could it just continue to stay in this range? Don't get tricked out, you guys. It's not going to stay here forever. Trust me. Apple's going to break up or down. It's coming soon. It's just only time is going to tell. I really feel like, Apple's another company where it's a great company, man. It might be one of those things, like I said, another personal vendetta with Apple going on, or, with somebody, higher ranked with a lot of money, just shorting it purposely just to keep it down. But eventually they're going to get tired of that because they know the risk of that. And you can lose a lot doing that, basically. So they'll switch to what it needs to be, in which Apple's due for a breakout, man. It really is. It's way overdue for a breakout, up or down. Like I said, most people thought it was going to happen with these new goggles going on. I just got an Apple iPhone update here, the new iOS update. Man, that thing is amazing. The Apple update is amazing. So it is so much positivity going on. I don't see why Apple will stay down. So upside levels. You want to see Apple break back above. Right now it's at 182. It needs to get back to about 185, and I think 190 it would be the next level here to the upside that Apple's going to reach. And then, if it can break out of that, you may see Apple at a new all-time high at about 200. So that could happen because it's been in this channel for so long. You know what I'm saying? So this is the upside levels here on Apple. You just need to be on the lookout for that. And like I said, with all the positivity going on, um, this can happen, you guys. So be on the lookout for that right now. But to the downside, because the downside momentum has been there for Apple for the past, what, we'll say a month or two. You know, downside levels is 180. Apple is probably going to push and touch 180 here before it even goes up. So be on the lookout for it. It's going either way. And if 180 don't hold, I think Apple will come back down to about 170 even. I think 170 even. You know, I think maybe they're just trying to give people another chance. Like I said, an opportunity before it really takes off in the future, man. This is what I see. Because you can't really talk too bad about Apple. Like I said, everyone has iPhones, obviously. Everyone, you know, you got a PlayStation 5, you're using Apple Music on your PlayStation 5. I mean, it's really nothing really negative to talk about Apple. I did hear some say, though, that the Vision Pro was giving people headaches, though, and the Vision Pro wasn't, you know, it's a lot of slight negativity with the Vision Pro about, you know, vision and, you know, it makes your eyes hurt or something like that. I don't know. I just think maybe people were just probably overusing them, using it too much, especially when it first came out. It was crazy videos coming out. People were using them and driving cars, which that is illegal. So, you know, it is at the end of the day, I don't think that's bad enough to make Apple come down all the way back to um, 150 or anything like that. But it just depends right now. Like I said, Apple right now is right now it's at a good buying point, but it may flush a little bit lower. So I would be cautious of that. Like I said, about 180 to 170. You want to see if it even gets there, but if you don't even see it get to 180, it's going right back up, you guys, because that's the channel it's been in. So just been a look out for that going further on Apple. These are the levels you need to know here going further. Square. Square. Oh, Block. Just had earnings here Friday, I think. Was that Friday? Yeah, that was Friday, literally. So they just had earnings Friday, and that earnings was really good. Um, People thought it was really bad. It did go down at first here to about $63. Then it shot away back up to $78. And open market gave it $83. So look at that move, 63 to 83. Um, yeah. Then back to 78. That's a really good earnings there. That's a bullish earnings. So just expect more upside continuation here on Square, aka Block. You know, I think this is a positive earnings. Obviously, if it didn't hold $63 level and it didn't even show any type of downside at all, I expect more momentum to the upside on Square. I really believe so. So the upside levels I'm looking out for is about $88 here to the upside. I think it can really give you a $10 move going further here with earnings continuation. I think that's going to be the ultimate goal here for Block. They're already up 16%. You know, I think they got another 16% to go. You know, that was a big move for earnings for real. So just be on the lookout for that going long, going to the upside. Now to the downside, obviously, you know, if 78 don't hold, I think it'll come back down to at least about 72 $72. And then it'll probably consolidate. I don't really see it going back into this area of 69 and below. I don't see it unless, you know, we get some extreme bad news. I think the ultimate bottom here is 72 to the downside on Block because, like I said, their earnings is pretty good. You made a move from 63 to 83. That's technically that's $20. So yeah, man, that's positive right there for them, and we're just looking out for them this week because, like I said, they had earnings Friday, so we're looking at earnings continuation to carry on to next week and the week after. But that's pretty much it, man. That's pretty much it. That's what we're looking at this week at LCAOD. These are the updates. That's what you need to know going further. And good luck, everyone. Good luck, everyone. Investor sentiment last week, it looks like the Bulls are still winning. So what direction do members feel the stock market will be in the next 6 months? Everyone's saying bullish. 44.3% is winning the way here. Neutral, 29.5%, 26.2% bearish. So everyone thinks the market is bullish in the next 6 months. I would tag along with the smart money here on that one. That's what everyone's saying. That's what more than likely that's what it will be. So, like I said, good luck everyone though. Make your own decisions. Choose wisely. Invest when you can. Remember, save, work, and invest. Best three things to do to outpace inflation and defeat inflation, and you won't feel broke or poor or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm saying? Remember that. Remember that. Breaking news: S&P 500 futures fall slightly ahead of key inflation data and corporate earnings this week. So futures are open here right now. That's what's going on here. So futures fall slightly. So that means just a little slight pullback probably from the highs of last week, which is okay and healthy. Obviously, people taking profits. Obviously, it's new money in the market history. They're taking profits. That's all that's going on. So, but you guys are updated. Y'all know what's going to happen now. So be prepared for it, man. Be prepared for it. And like I said, good luck. I'll see y'all when I see y'all. This was the recap with LCAOD. We went a little longer than 30 minutes, but an hour of a recap. Hey, that's a lot. That's a lot of good information to enrich yourself. I hope y'all took that on a positive tip there. But I'll see y'all when I see y'all, like I said. And peace.